Hello folks, welcome to another equation explainer. This time we're looking at the wave equation. Okay, let's start off with the equation in words. Okay, we're going to talk today about the wave speed being the product of its frequency, f, which is measured in hertz, and its wavelength, lambda, which is measured in meters. Okay, this is the wave equation that you hopefully are familiar with from your studies so far. The wave equation applies to all waves. So light, sound, water waves, waves on a string, anything can be applied to this. We'll see an example of one applied to light in a second. Okay, so we'll look at our triangle. Well, if speed is the product, v, we're going to have f on the bottom and lambda on the bottom there as well. We've got v equal to f lambda. Okay, and then therefore f equal to v divided by lambda, and lambda equal to v divided by f. So that's our three forms of our equation. Now, as I've said in every single equation explainer video, regardless of the equation, I would recommend that if you're struggling with these, remember the multiple form, because then there's no real issue with the order of the components. Okay, and we've got a little mnemonic to remember this. I think this is a decent one. Okay, I like to remember this as very fast waves. Okay, slightly questionable there on the waves, but the W standing for wavelength, I don't really know how I would fit lambda in there. Very fast waves, VFW lambda, V equal to F lambda. Okay, so this is our base level equation here. V is equal to F lambda. All right, now if you're following along, if you've got a flashcard with you, if you're writing things down, I would recommend you pause it at this stage, take down some of the notes. Okay, and when you're ready to move on, carry on the video until you can see the question on the other page, have a go at it, and then listen to the explanation. So here we go. Here's our example question. Again, I'd recommend everybody reads the question carefully, and I'll assume you do so for the purposes of this video. We've got an astronaut remaining in communication using radio waves. We've got radio waves with a frequency and a wavelength, and we're being asked to show the average speed of the radio waves. Okay, now this is, as we can see from the question, a fairly low level question, 2 marks. We're not expecting anything too difficult. Okay, we're just going to use the equation, make sure we get the numbers. And actually, because it's a showing question, we know the answer already, which is a nice safety net for us. Okay, this is an old question from a previous past paper where they used to ask you to show the formula, which is quite good practice. So this is the formula we're going to use, V equal to F lambda. That's our wave equation. Okay, and then we know the following information. We don't know V, and that's what we're going to show. We know F, which is 90.3 times 10 to the 6, and we know lambda, which is 3.32. And if you were doing this on paper, what I'd be suggesting you do is you write a circle, draw a circle around these, write the letters next to the numbers in the question, something just so that you know these values. You could write them out by hand as well. That's absolutely up to you. And all we're going to do is we're going to put those numbers into the equation. 90.3 times 10 to the 6 times 3.32. And when I put that into my calculator, I got something like 299 times 10 to the 6. Okay, now that is approximately equal to 300 times 10 to the 6. Okay, remember, you're allowed to use significant figures to your advantage here. If we're taking this to 1, 2 significant figures, the answer would be 300 times 10 to the 6. So that seems reasonable there. Now, an old thing that I used to do, which I don't think students get to do anymore, is to write QED. Now, what does this mean? I don't know, can't remember, it's Latin, okay? But it's something which tells you that basically you've proved what you wanted to prove. That is what the abbreviation QED really means. I have proved what I wanted to prove in the first place. So if you wanted to, you could write that. Now, obviously, if you didn't get 300 times 10 to the 6, you should be going back, checking your work, having a look, did you maybe miss one of the numbers? Did you miswrite one of the numbers? Did you mistype something in your calculator? All manner of ways of checking that. Remember, show questions really are a nice gift because you know the answer, okay? The question is not going to be wrong, so if you've got your answer maybe not matching the one that's written down, it's possibly because you've had a little issue with your calculation. No problem, go back, revisit it, you'll find the answer. All right, folks, I hope that's been helpful. As usual, if you've got any questions or you've got any equations you'd like to see explained or any concepts you'd like to see explained, please comment beneath this video. And if you just want to get more of these videos, subscribe to the channel. You will get notifications every time one of these comes up. Okay, all the best with your physics revision.